Alright, apologize for all the wind if you can hear it, but I'm going to start on the driver's side now. So I'm going to start with the big piece here first. From where I'm going to cut, I'm pretty sure it's going to be somewhere right around here at the back. And since there's lots of holes, I'm going to try and go up to here. That's about as big as the panel will reach. So we'll cut out that section. Do the same thing over here that we did over there. So I'm going to get my piece out and measure it and see exactly how far I can go. Okay, so as you'll notice, big old piece cut out now. And then this guy will fill the gap. So then I'll just have to cut this up a little better or figure out exactly how far in I want to go. But that's what we got so far. So after a little bit more hitting and exploring, I found out that this opens up quite a bit. I started hitting this with a hammer and I noticed that it's real soft and papery here. Because I started hitting it, I noticed the top layers were flaking off. So some of this metal isn't good either. So I'm actually going to have to cut past the channel here. I'm probably going to go somewhere about like this and see just exactly how much I want to use. But my original panel is not going to be big enough now to fill in everything I want. So I'm going to grab a different one. Something I just realized is that it has these holes here. But the cool thing is the holes only take up about, half an inch or so. Maybe less. So I'll either cut that piece out and do a little patch panel, or I'll just fill it up with MIG, which actually would probably be a lot easier. I'll just fill all the holes up and grind it down. So I'm going to keep hitting. Yeah, the hammer really tells you a lot because you can tell what metal's real soft and what's stronger. So it'll really tell you. If you can hit it with a hammer and it falls through, it's not going to support your weight too well. So, better to find out now than to find out later when your floor falls through. Got my line here. I'm going to cut it. There you go. Here's the section that I got cut out. I got it cleaned up for the most part. And here's my patch panel. Beat the crap out of it so it would fit pretty nice. On this side, because of how big the panel is, I actually ran the bead all the way across on here, whatever you'd like to call that, that divot. That helps give it strength. That way it sits a little better in there. I had to cut most of this out, but all these little things I'm just going to plug weld. So the hard part is going to be filling in this part over here, because you got to remember that your seat bracket has to fit in here. So here's the front of the seat, but here's the back of the seat right here. So I put down some marks. They probably got grinded away. Here's the first one. The bracket comes out to here, and it comes to here. So this part right here has to be flat. After that, it can curve up. So it'll probably be flat, and it might even come out straight, or I'm not sure how to do this because it's at a couple different angles. So I'll have to have something flat for the bottom. So we'll have a bottom piece. I'm going to need a wall, which shouldn't be too bad because that'll be pretty straight. But then you got this section in between the two. So you got a wall here, and you got this little like triangle piece. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I don't know if maybe I can bend some stuff, or it's not going to be easy. So that'll be the tricky part. Remember, cardboard's your friend. A lot easier to cut this than it is to cut metal. So I think I've simplified the geometry enough to be able to get this down to two pieces. So we're going to have the floorboard here, which it's going to go straight. I cut a little too much. And then this piece, hopefully I can bend just a little bit here and there. This is going to be the hard corner right here. This will have to be bent this way and that way. And that's not going to be easy. So worst comes to worst, I'll cut that maybe straight or something and then make a custom little piece there. But for the most part, that does everything I need to do, and it stays relatively straight. And it fills in most of that. So then I just got to look into what I'm going to do here and over here. I'm thinking about making some kind of like piece here. It'll just come down and kind of like an L. That'll be the main. Okay, I'm going to work on cutting out part number 2 of this. I don't like this. This has been sitting for a couple days, and the rain was getting on it, and you can see where it was rusting. So I'm just going to cut this panel out to here so that we can fill that whole thing in. And hopefully that should be most of the floor. Then we'll just have that little spot over there. So we'll cut this out. So this is why I like taking stuff up and really looking at it. Because once you clean it up, it doesn't look all that bad under here. It's like, okay. Till you see all this. This is what gets you. All this shit. That won't take long to rust right through all your patches and all your paint and all that shit. This is what gets you. In a year or two, I'd be back putting this panel in. So, do it now instead of later. Give you a little progress update going on here. Still haven't welded any of these panels in, but I think tonight I'm going to start welding. So, I just finished this panel up for the most part. So, it's getting there. You can see the line that I got drawn down here now. So this is where I'm going to cut the panel here, and then it's going to taper off somewhere that way because I got to do a triangle piece to cover that in. It's a lot of bends that I had to get this just right. But that's fitting in there. It's looking really good. I didn't notice, but from a side angle, it looks really nice because it looks kind of like it, actually curves with the thing. It's cool. So once I get this little gap in here filled, I can start making my final cuts, grind the metal down, start welding this motherfucker. Look at that. I'm pretty excited. This is coming together now. Oh man. I cut the bottom piece for these, and I got these pieces lined up. I think I'm about ready to start welding. This is going to be a lot of welding though. But look at it. It looks so nice. Oh, that is awesome. I'm pretty excited if you can't tell. I'm debating how much I want to weld. I'm probably going to do the 2 bottom pieces for sure. I might save up on these until I figure out exactly what I'm doing on this side, because these holes get pretty close to where I'm starting, so I don't know. I'll have to see what I want to do. But I think it's time to start welding the bottom for sure. Pretty cool though. Okay, so as you can see, I sprayed up the U-channel with some cold galvanize, so that way it might have, you know, a little bit longer of a life. So I got as far back as I could on both sides. Let this dry for a little bit longer, and then it's gonna be time for weld. As you can see, there's a couple little spots here I scratched off because I do have some plug welds on this panel for the 2 channels here. So they will go through. I also got some on here. So I think it's time to start welding. There you have it. First panel's welded in. Not too bad. Some of my spot welds didn't stick, but that's probably because of the paint that I used. I don't know if I scratched enough away. Oh well. Not the worst. Okay, here we are. So, as you'll notice, I've tried to make some deeper scratches in the paint this time to see if I can get those spot welds to work a little better. I got some running over here too. So here's the panel with all the welds drilled in it, and the seat bolt holes set up like so. Now I got those 2 holes so that the seat can actually get mounted again. It's kind of important. Okay, so I think it's time to start welding this one too. Alright, I'm getting some tacks going. I got all the ones down the channels and everything, and I got tacks all the way around the outside so that everything's level and even. Started running my first couple lines. I'm really getting the hang of it now. I'm learning exactly how much power I need to put in and when I need to stop so I don't burn holes and I get like the good penetration I need. As you can see, like right here, it seemed like the weld was going underneath the metal and lifting it up. So even though I was pushing down on it really hard, it started lifting it. So I had to beat it back down with a hammer. That was kind of weird. But some of them went really well. Some of them, like that one was pretty low. That one was decent. But then some of them were a little cold. That one was really good right there in the corner. I don't know. It's all about just getting it just right. So this is like one big practice experience for me. It's going good though. Just keep cutting. More patch panels to make. Oh boy. Okay, so here's all the pieces cut out and ready to fucking go. Oh, a lot of annoyance, but I got the hole cut out here for the bracket back here. I bolted everything down and then colored on it from behind. Drilled it out so it fits in there nice. So I think we're all ready to go. Alright, everything's tacked up. Now for the exciting part. Filling in the gaps. Ugh. Here we go. Took a long time. And it's finally complete. So, look at all that goodness. Look at it all. Look at that shit. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. So, now I just gotta worry about that. Gotta worry about that. Gotta worry about the thing on the other side. There's some stuff in the back. Fuck. Okay, so this big old piece cut out and ready to go. So that fits in there pretty good for the most part. So, got this little piece cut out here. Ay, ay, ay. So, this one's done. Looks decent. We got this one over here. This fucking took forever. And, I literally ran out of, wire as soon as I was hopefully done over in that corner. So, this was probably the worst panel I had to weld in just because of how far away it was and the awkwardness and everything. So, I'll be expecting to find some holes when I grind down all that shit. But I gotta pick up some more fucking things because I've already been through. This would be my second pound of flux core, so I gotta pick up some more, and I'll do that other side tomorrow. Oh well, driver's side's done basically, besides the back, but you know, up front the important shit's done, so that's cool, right?